I serve as the chair of this committee. Can we begin our proceedings by calling the roll?
Councilmember Harris-Dawson.
Present.
Councilmember Rahman. Absent. Councilmember Yaroslavsky. Absent. Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Mike Bonin is not here, but I am here.
Oh, Rahman.
Rahman, okay.
For the record, it was Councilmember Rahman who's absent. Councilmember Lee.
Present.
3 members present and a quorum, Mr. Chair.
All right. Do any of our members, Mr. Lee and Mr. Soto Martinez, have items that you'd like to call special for comments or questions? All right. Seeing none, we'll begin this meeting by taking public comment. We'll be taking public comment on individual items. If you have public comment on multiple agenda items, you'll have several minutes. Is there anybody here for public comment? Let me start with that. Yes. All right. So seeing none, we have a number of items on our agenda this morning. I'll ask the committee if they are willing to adopt these measures on consent, items 1 through 8. And while the members think about that, I'll ask that the measures be read into the record, and then we'll call the roll unless there are questions or comments on any of them.
Item number 1 is a CLA report and resolution relative to including in the state legislative program support for Senate Bill 630, which would amend, update, and modernize California's film and television tax credit program. Item 2 is a CLA report and resolution to include in the state legislative program support for Assembly Bill 1138, which is also to amend, update, and modernize the California's film and tax credit program. Number 3 is a CLA report and resolution to include in the city's state legislative program opposition to any legislation that seeks to undermine the city's jurisdictional control over its utility assets. Number 4 is a CLA report and resolution to include in the city's federal legislative program support for the Water Conservation Rebate Tax Parity Act and similar state or federal legislation. Item 5 is a CLA report and resolution to include in the city's state legislative program support for Assembly Bill 467, which would extend the authorization for neighborhood councils to use alternate teleconferencing provisions to conduct meetings remotely until January 2031. Item 6 is a CLA report and resolution to include in the city's state legislative program support for Senate Bill 279, which will expand composting capacity on farms and in communities, divert more food scraps from landfills, and provide California growers with a climate-friendly alternative to open burning. Item 7 is a CLA report and resolution relative to including in the city's state legislative program support for AB 476, which would regulate the purchase and sale of non-ferrous metals by junk dealers and recyclers. And item number 8 is a CLA report and resolution to include support in the state legislative program for Senate Bill 71, which would make permanent the statutory CEQA exemptions for transit and active transportation projects that advance the state's climate, safety, and public health goals while improving access and mobility options.
All right. Seeing no questions or comments, let's call the roll on those items.
Thank you. And the recommendation for all will be to approve the CLA report's recommendation to adopt the resolution. So items 1 through 8, Harris-Dawson.
Yes.
Rahman, absent. Yaroslavsky, absent. Soto Martinez.
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
3 ayes, and all these items are approved.
All right. Can you confirm that that concludes our business for this morning?
Yes, the desk is clear.
All right. We're adjourned. Thank you so much, everybody.